Right, folks, I think we'll just get started. Can everyone hear okay?
Yes.
Thank you all for coming along to the second of many Alba Equality meetings. And it is great to have it here in the Yes City of Dundee. Before I start, I would just like to say it's a great pleasure to have Tony on our platform. What a lot of people might not know is, during the run-up to the 2014 referendum, Tony, Bob Costello, Deb Brown and a lot of others went out to the streets and signed people up that has never been on the electoral register before. That's what got Dundee really high with the yes vote, and I think we should get a round of applause for that. Dundee has always been a radical city. I mean, what other city would chase out Winston Churchill and replace him with a prohibitionist Neddy Scrimmager? And can anybody remember Neddy's song for the elections? Vote, vote, vote for Neddy Scrimmager. He's in the geese, you ham and eggs. If you didn't vote for him, we will pan your windies in. So vote, vote, vote for Neddy Scrimmager. Not the kind of campaign you probably get a minister. Churchill's threat, however, of seeing the grass grow over the mills of Dundee came true. And that was due to Westminster refusing to protect our interests. Instead, they trained those from other colonies throughout the world for cheaper labour, putting many Dundee citizens on the dole. Dundee, however, did not lose its radicalness. It's said that heckling comes from Dundee women, because Dundee women held politicians to account. The word heckling actually comes from the heckle needles of a carding machine from the mills. That's the one that used to rip the fibres apart. And I have seen many Dundee women ripping a politician apart. Even our call for a Scotland United campaign for constitutional change has Dundee connections. In 1992, the John Major government got elected in an election that Labour were odds-on favourite to win. Just like today, Labour are odds-on favourite to win. At that time, they had 51 Scottish MPs elected, and still they could not stop an unpopular Tory government being re-elected. John McCallion, the then MP for Dundee East, and a couple of others started the Scotland United campaign for a Scottish Parliament. That campaign was very successful, and we had our Parliament within 10 years. So it is very possible for a quick reaction with the Scotland United campaign. The Parliament has been good for Scotland. It has created some radical changes, particularly during the Alex Salmond years. Under Alex's leadership, we saw tuition fees being abolished, free prescriptions introduced, he removed tolls from bridges, and he also froze the council tax for the duration of his leadership. However, due to being shackled to this union, he had to turn his attention to protecting our most vulnerable from the draconian cuts of Westminster, such as the bedroom tax. The Scottish Government couldn't abolish the bedroom tax, so Alex mitigated the tax so that it wouldn't affect anyone in Scotland. That brings me on to the Unionist claim that Scotland is too poor to be independent, because that great charitable organisation, Westminster, run by the angelic Tories, subsidise us poor wee Scots. Aye, they wouldn't subsidise a bedroom, never mind a country. From the very first day of this union, Scotland has been paying the debts of England. It is in fact part of the treaty. Under Article 15 of the Treaty of Union, 1707, it states Scotland shall be liable for the debts of England. Even coming up to the modern times, the budget the Tories have just delivered to address the disastrous trust budget put a windfall tax on our oil and gas. From that they raised over £80 billion extra. Scotland received just over £1 billion. Yet again, we were ripped off and used as a Westminster cash cow. I'm now going to get the Unionists a little bit excited, because I'm going to agree with one thing that they've said. An independent Scotland will have cuts, but it won't be cuts that they say. The cuts that Scotland will be having is a cut to the monarchy. The budget for the monarchy will be abolished. We will end funding for the House of Lords and the House of Commons. We will stop paying the debts of England. We will no longer be funding illegal wars. And we will end the funding of nuclear weapons on our seas and our lands. Scotland's budget and Scotland's resources will be used to improve the lives of every single Scot. We will also ensure our citizens' rights are protected by a written constitution, to ensure no political party can infringe on our freedoms and our rights. And the first line of that constitution will say, "The people of Scotland are sovereign Now to finish. Poverty is one of the biggest shames of this union. We have people struggling to eat and heat, while supermarkets and energy companies make large profits. We have bankers being handed massive bonuses for failure, while our frontline service staff are being given below inflation wage increases, which is actually a wage cut. Poverty is not natural, it is not a way of life, it is a political choice. And they are able to make these political choices because those it affects are either not on the register to vote or just do not vote, and therefore are not a threat to the political elite. The vote can be a powerful weapon if used properly. If you vote for a candidate best qualified to do the job and not the colour of rosette they are wearing. We need politicians elected who have the political will and the backbone to make changes we need. And that political will must be to have independence of Scotland as their priority, so we can have the powers to end the inequality and the poverty of our nation. Some of you may know these names: Dick Douglas, Andrew Welsh, Gordon Wilson, Margaret MacDonald, Margaret Ewan and Winnie Ewan. I used to speak to each of these with a few drinks at the bar at the SNP conferences. I know how passionate they were about independence. Unfortunately, none of them have lived to see their dream come true. Scotland's future is always in Scotland's hands. Let's not let it slip through our fingers again. Let's unite Scotland, and once again Scotland United will be victorious. But this time it will deliver an independent Scottish Parliament. We can make those dreams of our lost colleagues and friends our reality in their memory. I'll now pass you on to the chairperson, Heather.